Hey guys, welcome back to the Byron and Pace podcast.
To the Byron and Pace podcast.
Today was an amazing episode. I shared a story about the oldest person alive, 143.
You wouldn't believe it, would you?
You wouldn't believe it, would you?
I shared a story about why butt plugs were invented, and it's not why you think.
It's not what you think. We're also joined by special guests.
Yeah, Shwan Ahmed, he's an absolute legend. He crushed the Mates to Create episode, and we had a lot of fun today. So, enjoy.
Enjoy.
Oh, shit.
We're back.
Welcome home
Welcome back to Byron and Pace.
to the Byron and Pace show. We are joined by Shwan Ahmed,
Hello.
who is not
Hello.
only a friend of ours for a few years now, but we finally met up for the first time and had an awesome chat on Mates That Create.
Go check out that episode.
Shwan is the mastermind behind several 100 million, 3 billion, 4 billion, 5 billion?
I think we're at 40 trillion.
40 trillion views.
Nice. Factor cap.
Yeah, he's pretty much created a whole career for himself, a whole new career in social media. So go check that out if that interests you. If you want to create content, you will need to know that information. But we're here to have fun with some fact or cap stories.
Let's do it.
Do you want to take it away? I've got 3 stories today.
3, good. Because I feel like I might have to dip into maybe an oldie just to test him on it. But I got 2 new ones.
Yeah.
We'll start off with this one.
Okay.
Okay, this is the story of the 5-Minute War.
Okay.
So the story of the 5-Minute War involves 2 African countries, Zamuda and Wakanda, who went to war over a border dispute in 1896. As the armies approached each other on the battlefield, a sudden rainstorm turned turned the roads into a slippery mess, causing soldiers from both sides to slip and slide in the mud.
Sounds fun.
Amid the chaos, one Wakandian soldier fell on his face and helmet and left a perfect mold on the wet clay. What's it called? The Zamudans, seeing the Wakandian soldier they were laughing at him, covered in mud, mistook his amusement for mockery and began to retreat. The war was over within 5 minutes, and the Wakandians emerging victory without firing a single shot.
Say that again. What happened? He fell in the mud?
He fell in the mud, and then they all started laughing at him, and they perceived it as like mockery, and kind of just like ran away. This is not like an epic war from like Lord of the Rings or anything, but for some reason it counted as a war, and then they ran away, and for some reason it counted as a 5-minute war. If you Google it, it's like the 5-minute war.
Is Wakanda a real country?
Yeah, it is. It's not just a Black Panther.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Well, do you think I'd write a fake story?
So they start a war, a guy slips 100%. Over, people start laughing. Why would the laughter make them run away?
Because they thought it was like mockery.
Oh, because he was like pretending to fall over because he thought they were so weak or something.
Something like that. I don't know the exact details.
I can't tell.
This sounds, I think,
Like I want to say it's Cap.
You know what it says, Kat?
I don't think it's...
Wakanda is a true place, though.
I don't think it is.
You think I would write a fake story using the Black Panther's fictional...
If it is, I'm humbled and I apologize to the citizens of Wakanda, but I assumed it was a made-up country.
Really?
Is it?
Yeah, no, it's based... It's really poor. It's based on a real place.
Okay, well, I'm ready to be proven wrong. I think
okay,
it's bullshit.
You think it's Kat? What do you think? You think it's Kat? Yeah, the story's Kat. I had you questioning it though.
Yeah, but
like instantly though, as soon as you said Wakanda, I just
we locked eyes.
I'm pretty sure Wakanda's real. I swear to God. I'll Google it now.
Okay.
Is Wakanda real? Oh man, I don't even know.
Hey Siri, is Wakanda real?
in our hearts.
Oh, in our hearts. Yeah, exactly. Wakanda forever. Come on, is it real?
Is Wakanda in real life? Wakanda a fictional country.
Oh, come on,
man, I'm glad you guys got. I'm glad.
pathetic.
I almost had you though. I almost had you. Come on.
Oh, that was good.
All right. Speaking of countries, Bolivia. This story happened in Bolivia.
Yeah, sure it did.
And it's inspired by Byron's jacket.
Patagonia.
Okay.
A murderer in Bolivia escaped maximum security prison pretending to be a sheep. So he wore a huge, fluffy woolen coat, and it was apparently like super dark and raining and stormy. And he was like, "Fuck, this is the night. Like they're never gonna want to catch me out.
Of course,
tonight." So he scales the wall, gets out of actually legitimately gets out of the prison. They realize about half an hour later that he's not in his cell. So they're like scrambling around, checking all the fucking corridors and everything. They eventually spread the search out past the prison, and it takes them like all night. But towards the morning, there's like a field of sheep, several kilometers out from this prison, and they found him on all fours pretending to be a sheep. He's just like in the grass, like huddled around the sheep, like trying to walk around. He's got this huge fluffy woolen coat on, but they did find him. But yeah, for one night he was out there in the fields wearing a.
So he didn't actually escape pretending to be a sheep.
Well, he did escape.
He escaped and then used the sheep to like try and
Well, that
stay
was his
escaped.
disguise. If you see the photos, it's like he's got some fucked woolly, but it's huge woolen coat. So when he's on all fours, like from a distance, he legitimately looked like a sheep.
I feel like I've seen that too. And
Yeah?
No, I've seen it. It's true.
Yeah,
I've seen it. It was all over.
true?
It's all over social media.
Oh shit, yeah.
I saw it like Lad
Yeah.
Bible, all those guys and posted.
there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, that's definitely how I saw
Yeah,
it.
or like memes or whatever those news platforms
Memes
are.
or Lad Bible.
Yeah.
Once one posts them,
They
all
do the same
yeah.
thing. Yeah, they're all just there jerking each other off.
There you go.
So yeah, unfortunately,
Story is true.
yes, I know.
We have seen that
But
one.
it's a great story.
Yes.
Great story. We've done a few prison escapes before.
The guy who escaped prison 3-4 times.
There's guys that have done it multiple times.
Yeah.
There's a guy who spent 18 years making the hole in the wall. You know
I
that
remember
one?
reading about that one.
Is that
Yeah.
real?
Crazy? Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, it's Shawshank Redemption.
No, but there was a
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's actually.
Did you
there's
do it
this-
based on the
yeah,
movie?
There was like a spoon and it was like dug out. Yes, that actually.
You sure it's real? Because that's Shawshank Redemption.
Now I'm testing you. Now I'm gonna see if it's okay.
How did they? And they got out of Alcatraz. People actually got out of Alcatraz somehow. Anyway, point being, better luck next time.
Better luck next time. All right. I got one here. Keep it rolling. Keep it moving. This is a very interesting story. So this is the world record for the eldest human has just been broken recently.
Ooh.
However, it's not like there's a lot of skepticism around it. So there's a woman named Davi who claims to be the oldest person who ever lived. She says she was born in Nepal way back in 1875, making her 146 years old. What's really interesting is she has evidence to back up her claims. She has a birth certificate that shows her date of birth and old photographs of her as a young woman. More impressive, she can recall details of her childhood with incredible clarity, giving a very fascinating insight into Nepal over a century ago. Her story has been causing stir amongst scientists and journalists, and many people think she's faking her age for attention because once you get like,
Yeah.
how can you tell? Because like there wasn't enough proof back then.
There's only so many wrinkles you can.
Exactly, yeah.
count the wrinkles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like a tree. She's been interviewed by many eager to learn more about her secret to longevity, claiming that her daily routine of meditation, exercise, and simple diet of fruits and vegetables is a key to a long life. As of right now, there isn't enough proof to technically say that she hasn't broken the world record, and people are divided online claiming it's either bullshit or those that believe she's telling the truth just by the evidence she's proved.
Damn, 146.
Her main proof right now is just like a faded birth certificate and some photos, which might not even be her. So it's like,
That's what I bring to the bar when
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
register. Yeah, I would just show them my faded birth certificate.
yeah.
From
So
1875.
Hundreds.
Yeah.
I think the previous record was 129. I think.
Wow.
But I
So
don't know.
I'm going for the record. Currently.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm currently going
Yes.
for the record.
Well,
my
we're gonna
grand-
live forever in.
All my grandparents
yeah.
lived to over 100, so
Wow.
I'm fucking yeah. I'm on a good wicket, we would say in Australia. But 146.
It's unbelievable.
Nepal. Where's she living now?
Nepal.
I don't believe her. I believe the story is true.
That
Yeah.
part.
Okay, so
True.
you think think the story I told is true? Oh
But
no, it's
she's-
not. The factor cap is the story, not like is it legitimate or not? Because no one knows if it's legitimate or not.
Yeah, the story. The story
Yeah,
is
yeah.
The story
is
is
true.
true.
Yeah, the story is
she's
true.
she's full of shit.
No, it's completely bullshit.
What?
I made up the whole thing.
Ah, you motherfucker. That's a good one.
So good. Got us.
Oh man, you guys didn't even question it. I was like, I've got him. I've got him so good.
I felt like I had read something recently about like a new oldest person. I saw like
Nah,
the oldest
bro.
dog. There we go. I saw an oldest dog article.
Oh, I saw that as well. I think it's
isn't it
28 or something.
Yeah, it's like, late 20s.
Yeah, I did see that. It's crazy.
Imagine getting a dog and be like, all right, 12 years, and then we can move. Like, I can move country, and like we'll be all right. 28 years later.
just won't die. I mean, it's sad because like with my dog's quite. I've got two dogs. My one's quite old. I got him when I was like 11. He's 16, 17. He hasn't done anything for 5-6 years. Like my memories of him are so faded. Like honestly, for dogs, you want to die while they're young. Like you want them to have, you want to have good memories of him, man. Like this dog,
It's just hanging in there.
he's just hanging on. We said like we wouldn't spend. Because there can be thousands if they get stuff going on. And we've seen people spend like 10, 20 grand just to keep their dogs alive for an extra year or two. We were like, we're not going to do it with this dog. We said that 7 years ago. If anything goes wrong, we're not going to nothing's gone wrong. he just keeps clinging on. And now, like, I feel like my image of him has been tainted.
Yeah,
tainted,
well,
you know what I
I've
mean?
only known him as this old ratty, like,
Exactly,
smelly
yeah.
dog who's like blind.
Yeah,
deaf.
he's blind.
He used to have life.
Exactly, he did. Like, oh well, he's doing well. Good on him.
Yeah.
He's got a better life than a lot of people. Just
There we
sleeps
go.
and chills and eats.
Fair play. Okay, how about this one?
All right.
Did you know they've discovered how to implant happy memories to cure trauma?
Oh,
Scientists
this is
at
definitely something people are working on.
Scientists at the University of California, San Francisco, have developed technology to implant memories into the human brain. Well, technically, it's not implanting the memories, but I'll explain. Technology involves implanted electrodes that they simulated the electrodes from how MDMA or ecstasy impacts your brain. So there's a thing called like MDMA therapy where they get you to take MDMA and then you revisit past trauma, but because you have so much serotonin firing off, it actually like reforges the like links as a
Right.
positive memory rather than a negative memory.
Wow.
Because you're like tripping balls.
Right.
So they figured out how to map those electrical currents, and then when they get you to like they do like a hypnosis thing. They get you to go back into your traumatic memory, and then they fucking zap you with these electrodes that rewire your brain into thinking it was a positive experience. There's trials right now. They think 5 years, and they'll be able to actually implement it in real life. The lead researcher, Sarah Johnson, says, yeah, mainly for treating mental health disorders. But if you can implant
It's a slippery
happy
slope, isn't it?
memories, what else could you do?
Well, it's a slippery slope because then it's just like, are we even human? Like, part of being human is going ups and downs.
Totally.
Do you just remove every bad thing that's happened to you? Then can you plant false memories?
Or could you ruin someone's life by like making all their memories sad?
Positive. Or, yeah.
I saw a TikTok yesterday of some guy who had an amnesia. Like, he just apparently forgot like a lot of things. So his friend was showing him his favorite artist again for the first time, which he was like Playboy Cardi. But it made me think like, I'm like, what if you just told your friend that, yo, your favorite artist was this guy, Playboy
Yeah.
Cardi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a massive
like
stitch
a
up.
placebo in a way.
Yeah.
He's like, this was my favorite artist. I remember.
It's kind of like the nature versus nurture thing.
But it's kind of terrifying because you're right. All we are is memories, because even every cell is replaced in our body. Like our
Yeah.
physical shell changes.
Yeah, that's why it's like if they can take our consciousness, it's really just taking our memories and our,
Yeah.
like, that's why we could live in a virtual world because we don't need our bodies. It's like Altered Carbon. Have you seen that?
Yes. Okay, yeah.
It's like basically how they
do.
do space travel is they travel your memories and you just have skins, they call it.
Yeah.
And you have all these different bodies.
Right.
There's no real
Get
gender.
upgraded to a new body or
You don't really have a
something.
gender except because you're just in whatever body you want. And rich people have these jacked bodies,
Yeah.
all really good looking. And so the concept of the show is one guy gets murdered, but his memory gets uploaded to a satellite that he pays for because he's a billionaire every
Oh, it's like a cloud story.
every 6 hours or something. And the guy who murdered him waited for it to upload, and then he took 30 minutes to kill him. So he doesn't have memory of what happened. So he brings on a guy to help him.
So he got murdered, but he's okay. But there's
Well,
30 minutes where
He got murdered, but then they just put his back up into a new body.
Yeah.
But his 30 minutes there wasn't backed up.
right.
Because we're all just memories. So, wait, is it true though? Freaking yeah, I'll say true.
I think it's Cap.
You think it's Cap?
I think it's Cap.
True, Cap.
Cap.
This story is 100% solid gold bullshit.
Oh, that'd be so sick.
It would be sick.
I reckon it probably is true out there.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
Well, because you said in 5 years, that's like,
I can believe that 100%.
Yeah, well, it's not true. So there you go.
I reckon it is actually.
I'm sorry to have lied to you.
Yeah.
But well done. Have you failed yet?
Yeah, I
One, yeah.
got you both, hook, line, and sinker.
Oh, God damn it.
With the 190-year-old.
Yeah, 143.
Do you guys want another one?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. This is a favorite of mine. Did you know butt plugs were originally invented to cure headaches?
You love a butt plug story, don't you?
Yeah.
This is his second butt plug story.
No, it's my third.
It's third.
It was bare butt plugs.
Yeah.
And then there was the traveling with your dead boyfriend's
Oh, yeah.
ashes in a butt plug.
That's an I'm an asshole.
A chick at the airport got pulled up because she had a metal butt plug with her dead boyfriend's ashes inside it, and she was like, "Oh, he always loved traveling, and I wanted to take him around."
And that was true?
That's true,
It's
yeah,
100%
yeah.
true. In Australia. Yeah, go figure.
Whoa.
Yeah. But anyway, butt plugs were invented to cure headaches. What do you guys reckon? So, 19th century, butt plugs, formerly known as rectal dilators, were invented to cure headaches, insomnia, acne, and insanity. All right? Dr. Young's rectal dilators were a legitimate medical device prescribed and sold in the 1890s. according to Dr. Young, 3/4 of his patients were cured after 3 weeks. And the rubber instruments varied from 1 inch to 4 inches in diameter. And they were sold with a warning note that said not to use excessive force when inserting.
Yes. Look, I reckon this could be true just by nature of medical stuff. Throughout human nature, we have to try everything, don't we?
Yeah, we have tried it.
And, experimenting, I think a placebo would probably be played in there. If you stick something up your ass, you probably want to convince yourself you don't have a headache.
Just so that it was worth it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they've done it with Parkinson's disease. They had 50 people and they had a groundbreaking new drug and they gave 50 placebo.
And 50 of them, they just put their finger up their ass.
No, so there's 100 people.
Right?
They gave them all a placebo, and out of the 100, I think like 65 to 70 showed.
Right. Well, placebos
less size.
work.
Yeah.
Like that's. But is this the original butt plug?
I don't think so.
You don't think
I
so?
think it's Cap.
Yeah.
I might go Cap as well. Yeah.
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 This story is completely true. It's completely true. They even have the old box that it came in with like the 4 different butt plugs and like the warning message and everything.
Acne?
We fathomed.
Acne, insanity, headaches, and insomnia.
The headaches,
See-
yeah, because you start hurting somewhere
Yeah,
else.
exactly.
Yeah.
We fathomed. I think I underestimated the stupidity of humans before we had as
Well,
much
we've done
information
so
we
many
had.
things like drilling people's skulls to relieve headaches and
That makes more sense than a butt plug, to be fair, because you're letting the devil out.
true. But
Damn,
yeah,
you got us with that one.
that's
Yeah.
true. And if you're listening to this, write in to if you've had experience and whether it's helped you with any.
Oh,
of your
true. Yeah.
ailments.
I think you're right about the headache though. If you just put pain somewhere else, because a headache, you just focus on that.
Yeah.
Right.
So that makes sense.
Probably cures all back pain, all sorts.
It could cure anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to try it
Heartache,
out. I'll
maybe.
let you all know if it cures my headache later.
Yeah. Do you got any stories, Shwan? Any off the top of the head? Any just crazy stories that?
Is there like a moment in your life where you're like, this is the craziest thing I've ever been a part of?
That's a good question. I don't know what would be like the craziest.
Or whether you'd actually be allowed to tell it on a podcast.
Like that kind of crazy.
We had was it Dev that came in the other day and she shared a story.
Oh my God,
About
poor
how
thing.
she was working at a grocery store and she got called by the FBI, and they convinced her to withdraw all of her money from a bank account and then
put it in cash.
take it to a Target and then buy gift cards.
Like
That happened.
yeah. Yeah. And so she went to a Target and they wouldn't let her buy the gift cards and she's like crying and then she's just like, this is like 3 minutes into the story.
They're
She's like,
why do you need the gift cards? She's like, I can't tell you.
and she's like, okay, but you can't tell you what. She's like, I'm on the phone to the FBI. By the way, she's 20 at the time, so it's not like she was like 15. This is like 3 years ago.
Oh my God. I watched so many of those videos online, like the scammer, like catchers or whatnot.
yeah,
It's
they're
like,
so-
don't follow the gift card thing
Yep.
or whatnot. Oh gosh. What's the craziest thing? I don't know if
No pressure. If you've got
Yeah.
none, that's fine.
Yeah,
Just
I think I'm just like,
You can tell us the
I'll probably think of it
on the drive home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd have been so
Just call in on audio and we'll insert it here.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, anyway, I mean, that's kind of what we wanted to do, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, exactly. It was just a short
Short and
episode,
sweet,
so-
some good stories.
But now that we're uploading onto, we changed our distributor, and
Anchor.
you can now submit
sick.
a voice message to us through Spotify.
That's
if you're
cool.
listening on Spotify, so if you have a story or you have something you'd like us to read out, hit us up with a voice message, and we'll play it in the next episode.
Yep. We've had that happen once.
Yeah,
Yeah, we had someone send in a message. It was awesome.
they
So
sent
while
us
I'm on my phone, like I can be like looking at your
Spotify.
and there's a send message.
Yeah.
Or like
Wait, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. This is
Yeah.
new information for me.
I mean, look, this is what I've been told. I haven't tried it myself, so I'm going to go
Ooh.
look at it after the show to actually legitimize it. But because when we uploaded it, it's like, what question do you want your audience to answer this week as a audio message?
Spotify owns Anchor, so they're adding a lot more
that'd be
features.
such a good
in.
factor cap if you did that one.
Yeah, to be fair, some of our best factor caps are the follow-up stories because that's
always-
when your guards are down.
Yep.
Your shields are down. Bang.
I learned
So-
that with like recording. It's like it's after the interview or after the discussion. That's where the
Yeah.
juice is, or like right before it.
Yeah.
Like we did some street content down on Venice Beach the other day, interviewing some people to like fact or cap stories. Some of the best moments are us being like, oh fuck, that was a bit weird. Afterwards, like this one guy, I can't wait to edit this video. One guy
it's gonna be
comes
so
up
funny.
and to share a joke. Like he came up and we did a story with him. He's like, can I share a joke? And I was like, yeah, sure. And Byron was like, oh, I don't know about this.
Because let me play. He's like an old white, like 60-year-old American guy on a skateboard. I'm like, I know it's going to be an interesting joke.
It's a risky move, but like,
And it was.
and it was.
It's like a pedophile joke. I'll leave it at that.
Lovely.
Yeah.
We kind of like laugh to like
We were like,
we laugh
"Ha, ha."
and then he leaves and we're like, oh yeah, there it was.
Yep.
But yeah, no, thanks for coming on the show. Hopefully
for
enjoyed some
having me.
stories.
Thanks for hanging, man. It's been a pleasure.
That was rough for Shwan. You did. I think you got pretty done there. A lot of tough stories, I'd say.
Hey, you did well, man. So we're gonna hang this up, and you're gonna tell us what the hell we could do on a weekend in LA.
Got you.
Shit, yeah.
All right.
Thank you for hanging around. If you want to check out Shwan's stuff, follow on Instagram, Shwan's Life. Facebook group. Did we announce that yet? Not yet?
Yeah, we could talk about that if people want to like work with me on that. It's like Viral Habits. It's like tens of people in it right now where you can just hear me talk about content every day.
If you're a content creator or if you work in the space, this is someone who has changed my life in the insights that he shared. So, if that's any recommendation to go off, then, check it out.
Dude, love you, bro. Thank you.
Much love. Appreciate you. Let's
All
wrap
right.
it up.
Thanks, Shwan.
See you later.